Battle between a couple of first-place teams, the Colorado Rockies and Milwaukee Brewers. Rockies right now a half game ahead of the Padres in the National League West. It's a bit of a rainy evening here at Coors Field. But the Rockies are ready to play, just light rain in the area. Kyle Freeland will get the start for the Rockies. Really good start to his year. Spent some time on the injured list. Fourth start of the year is a 0.54 ERA. 12 strikeouts, 7 walks, a 108 whip, and 16 2/3 innings pitched, a 1-0 record for Kyle Freeland. And the first batter he will face for Milwaukee is Avisail Garcia, who's on a 7-game hitting streak. Batting .333 on the year with 9 runs batted in. He'll lead things off for Milwaukee. Freeland's first pitch is a check swing, and he went too far. That's strike one. 14-10 are the Rockies, 14-11 are the Padres, so that puts the Rockies a half game ahead in the NL West. After sweeping the Giants on a quick 3-game road trip in San Francisco, now back for a quick 3-game series in Colorado. Fly ball to center field. Dahl's going back on this one. He is at the track. He's looking up, and that ball is gone. That's a leadoff home run for Avisail Garcia, his first home run of the season. That's how Kyle Freeland is greeted on the first batter he faces here. Avisail Garcia signing with the Brewers this offseason after spending time with the Rays, formerly with the White Sox and Tigers before that. And 100.9 miles per hour exit velocity, 424 feet off the bat. Just a high fly ball that kept carrying out to center field. Dahl just ran out of room. Brock Holt will be the batter. He takes a pitch high and away, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Holt, former member of the Boston Red Sox, signing with the Brewers this offseason. Took a while for him to sign. We'll go over all the contract details the Brewers added to their roster this offseason, coming up in a few innings from now. Right now it's a 2-0 count on Brock Holt. Lefty-on-lefty matchup. Kyle Freeland's 2-0 pitch is going to miss outside. Now it is 3-0. Lorenzo Cain waiting on deck. Into his motion, the windup, and the 3-0 from Freeland's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-0 Brewers after Avisail Garcia hits a leadoff home run, in case you're tuning in a couple minutes late. Freeland now getting ready to deliver a 3-1 pitch to Brock Holt, and it's going to miss outside. Ball 4, he walked him. That'll put a runner on with nobody out now for Lorenzo Cain. Cain hitting .292 on the year. A good start for him. 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Won the Gold Glove Award last year for his play in center field. And can you believe it? That was the very first time Lorenzo Cain won a Gold Glove Award. In fact, he won the American League Championship Series Most Valuable Player Award in 2014, and part of that was just due to how clutch his defense was playing for the Royals. Now he's back to where it all began. Cain made his Major League debut with the Brewers back in 2010, and 2011 to 2017 with Kansas City, now back in Milwaukee. 2-time All-Star. He was an All-Star in 2018 with the Brewers. Got a World Series ring for his play with the Royals back in 2015. 3-0 pitch with Christian Yelich waiting on deck. Here it comes from Freeland, and that's going to miss low. So a home run, then 2 walks. Bit of an inauspicious start for Kyle Freeland here. And Christian Yelich will be the batter. Yelich has truly established himself as one of the better players in the National League. He's hitting .356 with 7 home runs this year. What else is new? Won the batting title last year. After a 2018 season in which he won the Most Valuable Player award in the National League. Former Miami Marlin has spent the last 2 seasons now with the Brewers, and they signed him to an extension this offseason. Made the All-Star team twice in his career, both of those times with Milwaukee. There's a ground ball chopped foul. It's quickly 0-2 on Yelich. Yelich hit for the cycle twice in the 2018 season. Here's an 0-2. That's going to miss high.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
So Avisail Garcia was brought in on a 2-year, $20 million deal, part of the offseason of action for the Brewers. Here's a 1-2. Swung on and grounded into right field, a base hit. Holt will be waved around third, and he will score. It's 2-0 Brewers RBI single for Christian Yelich. And the line keeps moving, still nobody out for Milwaukee here in the top of the first against Kyle Freeland. Freeland has not run into much trouble at all in his first 3 starts of the season. There's a line drive foul down the left field line off the bat of Jed Jerko. Jerko, former St. Louis Cardinal, former San Diego Padre. Rockies fans may remember him from his time with the Friars. There's a line drive lifted foul down the right field line. Now it's 0-2 on Jerko. Jerko signed a 1-year, $2 million deal with a club option. He fouls another one out of play. Brewers also signed Josh Lindblom. There's a pitch way inside.
1-2.
Signed him to a 3-year, $9.125 million deal. Lindblom had played overseas for a while, last played in the major leagues in 2017 with the Pirates. Strike 3 called. Freeland gets his first out of the inning on a strikeout of Jed Jerko. But Lindblom played for the Korean baseball organization from 2015 to 2016, then came back for an attempt to return with the Pirates in 2017, then back for 2017 to 2019 in the KBO. He actually won the MVP award in the KBO in 2019 to Josh Lindblom. There's a pitch low and away on Eric Sogard. Sogard, another new member of the Brewers, signed a 1-year, $4.5 million deal. There's a pitch high.
2 balls, no strikes.
He actually came back to the Brewers. He was with the A's from 2010 to 2015, spent time with the Brewers 2017 and 18, and split time with the Blue Jays and Rays last season, now back with Milwaukee. There's a line drive towards center field. Coming in on this one is Dahl, and he will get there to make the catch, and the runners will have to hold. That's out number 2. Let's look at the rest of the starting lineup for the Brewers now. Batting 7th will be the catcher, Manny Pena. Batting 8th, the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. And the starting pitcher is Brandon Woodruff today. Brewers have scored 124 runs to start this season. That ranks 2nd in the National League. Here's the catcher, Manny Pena, right now hitting .313. He's on a 4-game hitting streak. He's a bit of a platoon catcher. That's against left-handed pitching, while Omar Narvaez, who came over this offseason, is going to play against right-handed pitchers. Freeland has thrown 25 pitches in a rather laborious first inning. 13 have missed the zone. But he's gotten 2 outs now as he tries to put this inning to a close. Also not in the starting lineup today, Brewers signed Justin Smoke to a 1-year, $5 million deal. There's a pitch low, 3 balls and no strikes now. And there's also a club option for Smoke. Brett Anderson, former Rocky with Milwaukee now, and signed a 1-year, $5 million deal. Lots of low-cost signings. It's high and tight, 3 balls and no strikes on Pena with Orlando Arcia waiting on deck. Brock Holt's deal is 1 year, $3.25 million with a club option. Also signed reliever Alex Claudio to a 1 year, $1.75 million deal, strike on the inside corner. David Phelps, reliever, signed to a 1 year, $1.5 million deal with a club option. And Ryan Healy signed to a 1 year, $1 million deal. There's a high fly ball towards left field. On the run is Desmond. He's going back. This one is deep, but he will make the catch on the track. And that will retire the side. A couple of runs will cross the dish for the Brewers. Rockies will try to answer right back in the bottom of the first. 2-0 Milwaukee. Brandon Woodruff getting the start for the Brewers. This is his 6th start of the season. 0-2, .450 ERA, 24 innings pitched, 27 strikeouts, 9 walks, 28 hits allowed, a 154 whip. Rockies will try to keep him from winning a game thus far this season today. And the first batter he will face is the center fielder, David Dahl. Dahl on an 11-game hitting streak, so his batting average up to .255 with a home run, homered in the last game of the last homestand against the Cardinals. We'll try to have more NL Central success here. There's a strike, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Right now, 14-11 are the Brewers. They're tied for first place in the National League Central. Here's an 0-1 delivery, and that swung on and fouled out of play. Quickly 0-2 on Dahl. That .255 batting average has really climbed up. It was below the Mendoza line through the first several series of the year. 0-2 pitch coming, and that swung on and lined right to the second baseman Sogard, who is playing in shallow right field due to the shift. Let's look at the rest of the Rockies starting lineup now. Dahl's in center, batting second. The right fielder Charlie Blackmon batting third. At shortstop, Trevor Story batting cleanup. The third baseman Nolan Arenado batting fifth is Daniel Murphy. He's at first base. Batting sixth at second base, Ryan McMahon. Batting seventh, the left fielder Ian Desmond. Batting eighth and catching today is Elias Diaz, the personal catcher for Kyle Freeland, who bats ninth. He's the starting pitcher. Charlie Blackmon's hitting .279 now. He's really worked to get that batting average up. 2 home runs, 8 driven in. He's on a 6-game hitting streak. 1 out on 3 pitches. Dahl hit the ball fairly hard, but lined out to the second baseman Sogard in the shift. There's a pitch inside. Several trades as well this offseason for the Brewers. They acquired Omar Narvaez, as we mentioned. He was with the Mariners and also a former White Sox catcher. Traded minor league righty Adam Hill and a competitive balanced draft pick for round B. Went over to Seattle. Also, Chase Anderson was traded. Righty traded to the Blue Jays in exchange for minor league first baseman Chad Spanberger. Remember, Spanberger was a Rockies prospect for a while, part of the, I believe it was the Songwon Oh trade. There's a pitch inside, 2-0 on Blackmon. They also made a trade with the Padres. We've told you about that one in our series we played in San Diego. They acquired, the Brewers did, Luis Urias and Eric Lauer as Blackmon pops one up. The catcher Pena going out towards the pitcher's mound. He'll make the catch. And in exchange, the Padres received outfielder Trent Grisham and right-handed pitcher Zach Davies. Mentioned Trent Grisham had a bit of an unfortunate end to his season as he let the game-winning ball roll under his glove in the wild card game against the Nationals, and it was nothing but wins for the Nationals from there on out. Going on to win the World Series. Trevor Story, the batter, hitting .242, 3 home runs, 12 runs batted in, and 4 stolen bases. Also a bit of a minor league deal the Brewers made with the Cleveland Indians, acquired minor league infielder Mark Mathias for Andres Melendez, a catcher. And there were some options that the Brewers decided to decline, or in some cases, there were mutual options where the players decided to decline their half. There's a pitch high. The Brewers declined their $7.5 million club option on Eric Thames. He went on to sign with the Washington Nationals. Mike Moustakas declined his $11 million mutual option. He now signed with the Cincinnati Reds. And then catcher Yasmani Grandal declined his half of a $16 million mutual option. He signed with the Chicago White Sox. Pitch inside, and it's a hitter's count now on Trevor Story. A couple extensions to talk about for the Brewers this offseason. They extended Christian Yelich, 7-year, $188.5 million deal in addition to his pre-existing 2-year, $26.5 million contract. Pitch outside, 3 balls and a strike now on Trevor Story with Nolan Arenado waiting on deck. And Freddie Peralta was signed to a 5-year, $15.5 million extension with a couple club options. Story takes a strike and the count goes full. Minor league signings to talk about. Logan Morrison used to be a hot commodity in the first base market. Former Marlin, former Ray, former Mariner, former Philly as well in the minor leagues he played with them. Shelby Miller, former Diamondback, former Brave, had an awful time in that since he was traded over to the Arizona Diamondbacks, but he's with Milwaukee now, and Story strikes out. That'll retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Brandon Woodruff. It's 2-0 Brewers. We'll talk about a few more minor league signings for the Brewers and some notable losses for them in the second inning.
Leading off for Milwaukee.
Orlando Arcia will lead off the second inning for the Brewers, hitting 150 with a couple RBI on the season. Bit of a slow start for him. Let's talk about some other minor league deals that the Brewers agreed to this offseason. They brought back Keon Broxton, also signed Justin Grimm, Mike Morin, Jace Peterson, Andres Blanco, and Tuffy Gosewich. He was a former Diamondbacks player, catcher. Some of those names might stand out to you. Freeland delivers first pitch strike. Arcia 1 for 7 in his career against Freeland. Some other losses to the free agent market. Drew Pomeranz, he's now with the Padres. So some former Brewers have signed with San Diego. Jordan Lyles now with the Rangers. Gio Gonzalez now with the White Sox. Matt Albers. They also non-tendered Travis Shaw, Jimmy Nelson, Hernan Perez, and Junior Guerra. Saw Guerra now with the D-backs. Travis Shaw is with the Blue Jays. Jimmy Nelson with the Dodgers, we saw him. Hernan Perez now with the Cubs. There's a ground ball hit towards second base. McMahon up with the ball, throws to first. That's out number 1. Let's look at the rest of the defense for the Rockies. Left to right in the outfield, Ian Desmond, David Dahl, Charlie Blackmon. On the infield corners, Nolan Arenado and Daniel Murphy. Up the middle, your double play combination, Trevor Story and Ryan McMahon, and Elias Diaz getting the start behind the plate. He is one half of the battery. That also includes the starting pitcher, Kyle Freeland. Here's the starting pitcher, Brandon Woodruff, to bat against his counterpart, Kyle Freeland. First pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. Second straight year last year making the postseason for the Brewers. It's a chop foul, and the count is 0-2. Brewers lost the wild card game to the Washington Nationals, as we mentioned. Swinging a pop-up, going out as the third baseman, Arenado. He'll make the catch right onto the outfield grass for out number 1. And it was a big blow for the Brewers last year when they found out Christian Yelich would be out due to an early September knee fracture. Of course, they'd already lost closer Corey Knebel to Tommy John surgery.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Avisail Garcia takes a pitch inside. He's sitting on 96 career home runs. He's on pace to break that and hit that milestone with that first inning home run here. There's a strike, 1 ball and strike.
Look out, 1-1.
The 1-1 pitch is going to miss outside. Hitter's count now on Avisail Garcia. Bit of a rough offseason. Brewers brought in a lot of new names, but saw Yasmani Grandal, Mike Moustakas sign elsewhere. Moustakas going over to a division rival, earning a little extra. 2-1 pitch is swung on and lined foul. So Brewers' payroll is going to drop by more than $18 million this year. But they also signed more major league free agents than any other club this winter. Pitch inside, and the count goes full with Brock Holt waiting on deck. So, as it's put on MLB Trade Rumors in their offseason review, they diversified their portfolio. Pop-up foul territory. Murphy gets there to make the catch for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Brewers. Nolan Arenado on a 4-game hitting streak, hitting .348, slugging .697, 8 home runs, 24 runs batted in. That is still second in the National League, that RBI total, to Hunter Pence, who just 1 RBI ahead of Nolan Arenado. First pitch from Woodruff is swung on and pulled foul. It's going to miss low. Yelich's new extension runs through his age 36 campaign, but right now he's on a $26.9 million annual value, which is an extreme bargain, especially when you consider Mike Trout, Anthony Rendon, and Arenado are all making over $30 million a year. But Yelich seemed to have a clear desire to remain in Milwaukee. He's really enjoyed his time there. 2-1 pitch to Arenado is going to miss high and away. 3-1 now. Rockies trying to get their first base runner of the game. They're hoping Luis Urias will be a long-term answer at shortstop eventually. There's a chopper foul. Count goes full on Arenado. Swung on and pulled foul. Urias only 22 years old. He's really hit well in AAA in his career. Swung on and grounded. Sliding stop at third by Holt. Throws to first and got him. Nice play by Brock Holt. It's out number 1 here in the bottom of the second. And Daniel Murphy will be the batter, hitting .305, 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. First pitch is a fastball at 97 miles per hour low. And that's in there for a strike. The Josh Lindblom deal is really interesting. He's 32 years old. And he really dove into approaching and embracing analytics as Murphy grounds one to first base. That's knocked down by Jerko. He'll flip to Woodruff covering, and that's out number 2. And Lindblom, we talked about that Fixing the Rockies post a couple days ago, that fan post on purplerow.com. And the suggestion was a splitter might be helpful for some players to adopt in the Rockies uniform, but Lindblom adopted that over in the KBO, a splitter, and won consecutive Cy Young Awards over in South Korea. The Choi Dong-won Award, that's their equivalent of the Cy Young in 2018 and 2019, and as we mentioned, won that MVP award last year. He's going to be 33 in June. He's really posted very good strikeout rates, spin rates, exit velocity numbers, and very good control in his time with the KBO. And then Brett Anderson back as well. There's a pitch outside. Hitters count on Ryan McMahon hitting for good power this year. Got his first day off of the year in that final game on Thursday in San Francisco with Garrett Hampson getting the start. That pitch misses. 3-1 the count with Ian Desmond waiting on deck. Rockies trying to parlay McMahon's 3-1 count into their first base runner of the ballgame. It's going to miss, and there goes the perfect game. Brandon Woodruff walks Ryan McMahon for a 2-out base runner for Ian Desmond.
10.
And Brewers also looking to benefit from the return of Corey Knebel. As Dinger gets the crowd excited. Knebel and Hader could be quite a 1-2 punch or 8-9 punch at the back end of that bullpen for the Brewers. There's a pitch inside, 96-mile-an-hour fastball to Desmond. So pitch outside, 2-0. Lots of questions, mostly about the pitching staff and more of the starting rotation than the bullpen for the Brewers. Desmond swings and skies one in the air to right. That'll hook foul to the seats. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 2. Travis Shaw last year had an unbelievably bad season. He'll try to improve things now with the Blue Jays, but that really hurt the Brewers last year. Kind of came out of nowhere as well. Ground ball back to the mound. Woodruff throws to first. That'll retire the side. We're through 2 innings. It's 2-0 Brewers. Brock Holt walked and scored a run in his first plate appearance. He leads things off. 381, 4 home runs, 10 runs batted in on the year. Quite a start to his season. The Brewers could not be more happy with what they've gotten out of him, the utility player for the Red Sox. Pitches high from Freeland. That swung on and fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. According to MLB Trade Rumors in their offseason review, they said the Brewers arguably have a wider range of plausible outcomes for their 2020 season than any club in the National League. So it could break quite a few different ways for them. There's a chop foul, 1-2 the count. And they said that's to be expected for a team whose offseason consisted of short-term, relatively low average annual value bets. And there's a ground ball to short. Story up with the ball, throws to first, and that's out number 1. On what amounts to nearly half of its roster, it's a lot of low-risk, high-reward options. As we look at the NL West standings right now, Rockies lead the Padres by a half a game. There's quite a bunch up for the top 3 spots. Dodgers are a game back. They're 14-12. So the top 3 teams in the division have all won 14 games. Dodgers have just played a couple more games than the Rockies. Padres 1 more. So you could essentially say it's a bit of a tie situation right now. Lorenzo Cain takes first pitch, strike. Cain is 2 for 6 with a double in his brief career against Kyle Freeland. And that's going to miss low and away. One delivery is swung on and slashed towards second base. McMahon picks it from the outfield grass, throws to first. And that's out number 2. Next pitch will be the 50th of the day from Kyle Freeland here in the 3rd. He had a really rough first inning. Threw over 25 pitches as Christian Yelich will step in. Good to see him bat with no one on base. He got an RBI single his first time up. First pitch is going to miss low.
Count 1-0.
Swung on and popped foul and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Christian Yelich. He was a solid player when he was in Miami, but really turned into an all-powerful slugger with Milwaukee, and he's going to do it right here. That ball is gone. Home run for Christian Yelich, his 8th home run of the season. It's 3-0 Brewers. Yelich continuing to stay hot in Milwaukee. Already 8 home runs on the season. Jacked that one the opposite way. 102.6 mile per hour exit velocity, 412 feet the projected distance on that one. He's got a couple runs batted in today. It's now 3-0 Brewers on a rainy evening at Coors Field. First pitch from Freeland to Jed Jerko is taken for a strike on the inside corner with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Jerko struck out his first time up. He's 8 for 29 to start the season. That's a .276 batting average in that small sample. Freeland's 0-1 is going to be inside of the fastball. Freeland into his motion from the windup. The 1-1 pitch to Jed Jerko is taken high. Now it's a hitter's count on Jerko. Freeland shakes off the sign he gets from Diaz, his personal catcher. Now gets ready to deliver a 2-1. That swung on and pulled foul. Swung on and flared towards shallow right field. Blackman got a late break on this one. Now it'll drop for a base hit. 2-out single for Jed Jerko.
Now back, second base, Eric Sogard.
Eric Sogard takes a strike on the outside corner. Been wanting to mention this. It's a few days old now, but working on our stats article this week was Eric Fael. And he broke down how the Rockies have been faring through 21 games in our simulation on purplerow.com. Fly ball to shallow center field. It's a long run for Dahl. He's going to dive, and he makes the catch. Nice catch by David Dahl. That'll end this inning. Let's take a look at it one more time. We go to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Milwaukee. Elias Diaz will get his first plate appearance of the day, leading things off in the bottom of the third. .294 average for him with a home run. 3-run home run on the last homestand against the Cardinals. There's a pitch for a strike at the knees. Diaz is 4 for 10 in his career off Woodruff. Remember, the former Pirate Diaz spent a lot of time facing the NL Central and the Milwaukee Brewers, so a few at-bats for him, and he has had success against Woodruff in his career. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2 on Diaz. Diaz got a pinch hit single in yesterday's ball game. Didn't start any game in that San Francisco series. The 0-2 pitch coming is going to miss outside and low. Pitcher Kyle Freeland waiting on deck. One-two pitch from Woodruff is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes, and that's out number one. 4 for 11 in Diaz's career against Woodruff now. And that'll bring up Kyle Freeland, the pitcher. Woodruff's first pitch to the starting pitcher is taken low. Freeland's got a hit on the year, so 167 batting average. Probably not going to win the Silver Slugger Award. There's a swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike, 98-mile-an-hour fastball, hard for Freeland to catch up to from Woodruff. 1-1 delivery is going to miss high and away. Hitters count now on the pitcher, Kyle Freeland. Here comes a 2-1 delivery, and that's swung on and missed. Count evens at 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And inside, count goes full. David Dahl waiting on deck. In terms of deserved run average minus a weighted statistic, Woodruff last year had a mark of 66. That indicates he was 34% better than the league average pitcher last year. Pop-up, shortstop Arcia makes the catch for out number 2. Freeland is retired. A 3.4 wins above replacement campaign last year for Woodruff. Very nice breakout year. He was used quite a bit as a reliever in 2018. Started being utilized more as a starter in 2019 and started 22 games, 121 and 2/3 innings pitched. David Dahl takes the pitch low for ball 1. One 0 pitch is swung on and fouled back. And there's a strike. 1-2 the count now on David Dahl.
1-2.
Rockies still without a hit in tonight's ball game. Woodruff is 0-2 on the year. Rockies trying to keep it that way. There's a chop foul at the plate. Dahl stays alive. One-two pitch from Woodruff is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. And that'll retire the side. Through 3 innings, it's 3-0 Milwaukee. Manny Pena leads things off in the 4th for the Brewers. 5 for 17 on the season. He flied out his first time up against Kyle Freeland. He's out for his 4th inning of work. Pitch misses inside of the 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Freeland. It's taken high, and it's 2-0. Freeland shakes off Diaz once. Now gets the sign he likes into his motion. The windup and the 2-0 pitch is swung on and lined towards right field. Making the catch is Blackman for out number 1.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Arcia had a nice series against the Rockies back in the 2018 National League Division Series. Had a big home run in the deciding game of that series. There's a pitch outside, ball 1. Arcia, as we mentioned earlier, 1 for 8 in his career against Kyle Freeland. One 0 delivery from Kyle Freeland is going to be a strike on the inside corner. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow right field coming in on this one is Blackman. He will get there to make the catch. He's handled both of the outs this inning, 2 away. 38 of 65 pitches for strikes from Freeland. Really fought it a little bit in that first inning, throwing quite a few pitches and quite a few that missed the zone. Brandon Woodruff, the pitcher, will be the batter. Popped out his first time up. Freeland trying to quickly put an end to this top of the 4th. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Lefty on lefty matchup. 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed quickly. 0-2 on Woodruff. To his motion, the windup and the 0-2 pitch from Freeland is just a bit outside.
Oh, that pitch is out.
One-two pitch from Freeland is outside once more. Count evens at 2. And outside, so from 0-2, the count is now 3-2. Really need to go right after the pitcher. Avisail Garcia is waiting on deck. He had a leadoff home run in this ball game. 70 pitches now here. We're not even through 4 for Kyle Freeland. The 3-2 delivery, payoff pitch, is swung on and skied in the air towards center. Coming in is Dahl. He'll get there to make the catch. Few fly ball outs, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. Big hitters due up for the Rockies. It's Blackman, Story, Arenado, 3-0 Brewers. Charlie Blackman leads things off in the bottom of the 4th. Popped out his first time up back in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. 3-0 Brewers. Leadoff home run for Avisail Garcia. RBI single in the first for Christian Yelich, then Yelich homered again in the 3rd. Blackman, they're playing him to pull. Eric Sogard, the second baseman, shifted into shallow right field. Here's an 0-1 now, and that's going to be low and away with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 95-mile-an-hour fastball misses Blackman's bat. 1-2 coming, and that's swung on and skied in the air to right. That's going to hook foul and towards the seats. Woodruff into his motion. The windup and the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Pitch in the dirt. Pena will corral it, and he'll have to throw down to first to complete the strikeout. 1 away. Woodruff has handled the Rockies' offense well today. Trevor Story will be the batter. Struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. On base percentage at .330, slugging .435 to start the year. Numbers have been trending upward as of late for Trevor Story after a really slow start. But he is probably the Rockies batter who's most struggling to find consistency. Woodruff's first pitch is swung on and lined foul the other way. Comes an 0-1 pitch to Story. That's taken inside of the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is swung on and lined foul one more time. 34 of 57 pitches for strikes today from Woodruff. He has made pitches when he has needed to and really handled the Rockies' offense well. 1-2 pitch is going to miss outside of the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Swing and a miss. He got him on strike. Story strikes out for the second time today, and there are 2 outs. And that will leave it up to Nolan Arenado here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch from Woodruff is taken for a strike at the knees. Arenado grounded out to third base his first time up. It was a really nice play by Holt to get him. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Swung on and shot foul. Quickly 0-2 on Arenado. Swung on and grounded towards second base. Up with the ball is Sogard. Throws to first. That'll retire the side. We're through 4 innings. 3-0 Brewers. Rockies still don't have a hit. Avisail Garcia leads off the top of the 5th inning. 1 for 2. He had a leadoff home run back in the first inning. That was his first home run of the year. First pitch from Kyle Freeland is swung on and grounded to third. Arenado up with the ball. Goes to first. 1 pitch, 1 out for Freeland here in the 5th. Check some scores around baseball. Interleague play. The Tigers are beating the Padres 10-5 despite A Tatis Jr. home run for San Diego. Austin Romine has 2 home runs for the Tigers. Brock Holt will be the batter. Walk and a run scored, otherwise 0 for 1 in this ball game. 3-0 Brewers here in the 5th. First pitch to Holt from Freeland is swung on and pulled towards second base. McMahon makes the play. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Kyle Freeland. A couple of ground ball outs as he is doing exactly what he needs to get through a quick 5th inning. Lorenzo Cain, the batter, walked in the first inning as well as Freeland struggled with command early in this game. Seems to have found it now. First pitch to Cain is swung on and grounded foul. Ben Kuchner-Kavich of Purple Row along with you. Want to let you know this broadcast is not affiliated with Major League Baseball, MLB The Show 20, or the Colorado Rockies. Pitch misses low to Cain. 1 ball, 1 strike. And swing and a ground ball foul. 1-2 is the count. And that's going to miss high. Count evens at 2. Freeland into his motion. The windup and the 2-2 pitch is swung on and grounded towards second base. McMahon there to make the play and a few ground ball outs. And a nice quick inning for Kyle Freeland. Time for the Rockies to get a hit at least. Hey, how about a hit? Go to the bottom of the 5th, 3-0 Brewers. Murphy, McMahon, Desmond due up. Manager Bud Black and pitching coach Steve Foster talking things over about the day Kyle Freeland has had. It was a rough first inning, gave up a couple runs, then gave up a home run to Christian Yelich in the 3rd, but he's been mostly efficient ever since that first. Daniel Murphy will lead things off, grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. 364 on base percentage and an 833 OPS on the year for Murphy. Rockies trying to get their first hit of the ball game. First pitch from Woodruff is taken for a strike. There's action in the Brewers bullpen. Lefty Brent Suter and the righty Ray Black are up in the bullpen for the Brewers. Ray Black, no relation to Bud Black, Rockies manager. 0-1 pitch coming from Woodruff is swung on and fouled out of play. Quickly 0-2 on Murphy. It was a quick top of the 5th for Kyle Freeland. Woodruff trying to have more of the same here in the bottom of the 5th. Rockies looking for their first hit. And there's a swing and a foul out of play. Remains 0-2 on Murphy. It's going to miss inside, ball 1. Woodruff gets the sign he likes into his windup. The 1-2 is going to miss outside. Count evens at 2. Scores are on baseball. It's 5-2 Mets right now. Jake Marisnick hit his first home run for the New York Mets. 5-0 Cardinals lead the Marlins in the 5th inning. Murphy swings and lines one. Fair down the right field line. First hit of the day for the Rockies. That's headed towards the corner. Slipping a little bit out there is Yelich, but into second base with a double is Daniel Murphy, his 11th double of the season. And the Rockies will not be a no-hit tonight. Getting a bit slippery out there in the warning track in right field as the rain continues to come down. Just some intermittent showers here at Coors Field on this Friday. Ryan McMahon will be the batter as Jeff Hoffman has started to throw in the Rockies bullpen. McMahon hitting .224 on the year, drew a walk in his first plate appearance. Hopefully that day off yesterday will get him rejuvenated and ready to not hit dinger, but maybe hit a dinger. 3-0 Brewers. Swinging a ground ball foul. More scores around baseball in the 8th inning. Rays lead the Royals 6-0. 2 home runs for Hunter Renfroe in that one. His 3rd and 4th of the season, the former Padre. 1-0 Rangers lead the Mariners there in the 5th inning of AL West action. McMahon swings and misses, and he is out on strikes. That's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up Ian Desmond. Runner in scoring position still is Daniel Murphy with 1 out now. Some more scores around baseball. It's 4-0 Astros leading the A's. More AL West action. Ian Desmond grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1 in this ballgame. .295 on base percentage. He's been struggling a little bit at the plate as of late, though. He had a bases clearing double to tack on a few RBI in that Giants series. There's a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Desmond hitting .308 with runners in scoring position on the year. Still a small sample for him. There's a swing and a foul out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Ian Desmond. It's going to miss inside. Count evens at 2. That's low. Full count now with Elias Diaz waiting on deck. Mentioned he has good numbers in his career against Brandon Woodruff. He struck out his first time up. It'll be a 3-2 payoff pitch coming to Ian Desmond with a runner in scoring position, Daniel Murphy. And it's swung on and skied in the air to shallow right field. Coming in on this one is Yelich. He will make the catch, and Murphy will have to hold. There are 2 outs. That'll leave it up to Elias Diaz. Diaz struck out his first time up. Look to put the ball in play here. Woodruff looks over towards second base. His pitch to Diaz is taken just a little bit low with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. It's a .364 batting average and only 11 at-bats for Diaz in his career against Brandon Woodruff. Has faced him back when he was a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates. 1-0 pitch is swung on and skied in the air towards center field. Going back on this one is Kane. He's at the track, and he's not going to be able to make the catch. That one's off the wall. Murphy will score. Diaz on his way to third base, and he is in there with a triple. RBI triple for Elias Diaz puts the Rockies on the board. They trail it 3-1 now. First triple as a Rocky for Elias Diaz. If Lorenzo Cain can't make the catch, no one can out there. We're going to have a pitching change just like that. Manager Craig Counsell has seen enough from Brandon Woodruff, who hadn't given up a hit for the first 4 innings of this ball game. We're going to have a pitching change for Milwaukee. And it will be Corbin Burness, 23 innings pitched, 37 strikeouts to 8 walks. He's had a really good start to his year, 3.13 ERA. This is his 17th game, so he's pitched quite a bit. Righties hitting .256, lefties .224, none of those astronomical by any means. We're going to have a pinch hitter now, Raimel Tapia, so Kyle Freeland's day will come to an end as well. Tapia only hitting .133 with a .235 on base percentage on the year, so that'll be 5 innings of work today for Kyle Freeland, though he goes longer than his counterpart Brandon Woodruff, who goes 4 2/3, and a runner on third base still his responsibility, Elias Diaz, who hit that RBI triple to score Daniel Murphy ahead of him. 0-1 delivery from Burness is going to miss high and tight. Tapia looking to get that batting average up in all facets, no matter if there are runners in scoring position or not. 1-1 pitch coming is going to miss outside. It's a hitter's count now on Raimel Tapia. The 2-1 is swung on and missed. 95-mile-an-hour fastball by Tapia. Burness has struck out a ton of batters, well over a batter per 9 innings. And there's a pitch inside, full count. David Dahl waiting on deck, hoping to get a chance if Tapia can keep the line moving for the Rockies here in the bottom of the 5th. And it's swung on and lined right into the glove of the third baseman, Holt. But Elias Diaz hits a line drive triple to center field. Nearly got out of the ballpark. Daniel Murphy scored on that one, and now it is 3-1 Brewers. Rockies on the board after 5. New pitcher for the Rockies is Jake McGee. 11 1/3 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 6 walks. 0.79 ERA is what we like to see. 13th game of the year for McGee. Has some interesting reverse splits as Jeff Hoffman and Wade Davis are both warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Christian Yelich 2 for 2 today, an RBI single and a solo home run. Trying to keep him off the base paths will be Jake McGee. Strike on the outside corner to start things off. There's Hoffman and Davis both warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Hoffman the long reliever for the Rockies. Davis pitching in middle relief as he continues to try and work on things, and hopefully for him will try to get back to the closer role if he continues to work things out. 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled back to the screen. It's quickly 0-2 on Yelich. He's going to be with the Brewers through his age 36 season. Pitch is going to miss high, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. It's good to see a rebound year from McGee, at least thus far. Some concerns heading into the season about a bit of a rough year last year for Jake McGee. 1-2 pitch is going to miss outside. Count evens at 2. Swung on and fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Swinging a ground ball hit towards first base. Fair ball. Murphy right there to step on the bag for out number 1. As it appears the rain has let up a little bit. Lights are on at Coors Field. Jed Jerkel will be the batter. Now Hoffman has sat down and Carlos Estevez is joining Wade Davis warming up in the Rockies bullpen. 3-batter minimum rule this year, so every pitcher must pitch to at least 3 batters or to the end of an inning. There's a pitch low and in. As Rob Manfred tries to speed up the pace of play by discouraging lefty specialists and lots of pitching changes. 2-0 is now the count on Jed Jerko. Pitch from McGee is taken low. 3-0 now with Eric Sogard waiting on deck, hitting .300 on the young season. Good start for him to this year. His second go-around with the Brewers for Sogard. 3-0 pitch from McGee is in there for a strike, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And swung on and hit foul down the left field line. Playing with the line there was Jerko. It's a full count now. So the ball boy wanted nothing to do with that baseball. 3-2 payoff pitch from McGee is swung on and skied foul. It was 3-0 on Jerko, and now he's putting up a fight. 3-2 count. That swung on and skied in the air towards left field. This one's deep. Going back on it is Desmond. He's at the track. He's looking up, and that ball is gone. Home run for Jed Jerko, his 3rd of the year, and it's 4-1 Brewers. Rockies answered back with a run of their own in the bottom of the 5th. Now, Brewers extend their lead even more with a home run by Jed Jerko. right into his wheelhouse, that pitch from Jake McGee. And that'll bring up Eric Sogard.
Up next for Milwaukee, the second baseman.
Lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch is swung on and pulled foul. Sogard 0 for 2 in this ballgame. He has put the ball in the air for outs twice today. The 0-1 pitch from McGee is swung on and pulled foul down the first base line. Quickly 0-2 on Sogard. Swinging a line drive, base hit into right field. Went out single for Sogard off the lefty McGee. And the Brewers will keep the line moving here in the 6th. One of the best offenses in the NL belongs to these Brewers. They're up there in the top 2 in terms of runs scored. Manny Pena will be the batter. He's 0 for 2, fly out and a line out in this ball game. Brewers catcher. He is in there to play against left-handed pitching, and here's McGee for him. Though Freeland handled him today, first pitch from McGee is a strike at the knees, 92-mile-an-hour fastball. McGee from the set position takes a look over at first base where Sogard is, gets ready to deliver. And it's swung on and missed, quickly 0-2 now on Manny Pena. One's going to miss high with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-2 is the count. It's going to miss inside, breaking ball that time from McGee. Count evens at 2. Rockies will be trying to hold on to first place. They've got to come back here or hope that the Padres and Dodgers both lose. There's a swing and a miss, and McGee gets Pena on strikes for out number 2 here in the top of the 6th. Third out of the day. 0 for 3 now is Pena at the plate. Got to leave it up to Orlando Arcia. 4-1 Brewers. Runner on first base. That's Eric Sogard. 2 outs. First pitch from McGee is swung on and slashed foul towards the seats. Orlando Arcia for 2 in this ballgame. He has a fly out and a ground out. The swing and a foul out of play. It's quickly 0-2 on Arcia. He's going to miss low 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 16 of 24 pitches strikes this inning, but a bit of a laboring for Jake McGee here in the 6th. Older brother Oswaldo Arcia, former member of the Diamondbacks and Twins. There's a swing and a miss, and McGee gets Arcia on strikes. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-1 Brewers for that home run with the bat of Jed Jerko. David Dahl, top of the order, up for the Rockies here in the bottom of the 6th. Dahl 0 for 2 today. We'll be trying to get something going. Rockies trying to rally here in the latter innings of this one. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Corbin Burness out there for another inning of work for Milwaukee. His 0-1 delivery to Dahl is swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2 on David Dahl. That swung on and slashed foul the other way. It remains 0-2 on Dahl. Swung on and grounded, lined rather right into the glove of the first baseman, Jed Jerko. That's out number 1. Dahl is lined into some outs today. He's hit the ball hard. Nothing you can do about that, though. The batter will be Charlie Blackmon. 0 for 2 strikeout and a pop-out for him. Rockies need to get the top of the order going in this ball game. It was the combination of Daniel Murphy and Elias Diaz to score a run. The last inning in the bottom of the 5th, RBI triple for Elias Diaz. Blackmon fouls the first pitch off. And that swung on and pulled foul. It's quickly 0-2 on Charlie Blackmon. And swinging a foul out of play, we'll do it again. Swung on and grounded towards first base. Sliding stop by Jerko. Flips to the pitcher, Burness covering, and that's out number 2. Nice play by Jed Jerko. Trevor Story, the batter, 0 for 2. He struck out twice today. Really going to try to put the ball in play this time. First pitch from Burness is taken for a strike, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. A couple of righties up in the bullpen for the Brewers, Corey Knebel and David Phelps. Phelps just signing with the Brewers this offseason, and Knebel returning from his Tommy John surgery. Swing and a miss, quickly 0-2 on Story, trying to avoid the hat trick. And this 0-2 is going to miss low and away with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Story lays off. Here comes a 1-2. Swung on and grounded towards third base. Up with the ball is Holt. He'll throw to first, and that is going to pull the first baseman Jerko off the bag. That's an error on Brock Holt. That'll allow Story to reach. See, good things happen when you put the ball in play. Just a little bit high, and having to retreat from the bag a little bit was Jerko rather, so not in time. Trevor Story beats that one out. And Nolan Arenado will be the batter. He's 0 for 2. He's put the ball on the ground twice for outs today. He could make this a one-run ball game. First pitch, 96-mile-an-hour fastball is a strike on the outside corner. Burness looks over his shoulder, gets ready to deliver an 0-1 to Arenado, and it's inside. But Black laying down the signs. That swung on and lifted in the air. Foul territory, first base side. That'll be caught by Jerko, and that will retire the side. We're through 6 innings. It's 4-1 Brewers.
Now pitching for the Rockies.
Wade Davis, new pitcher for the Rockies here in the 7th. 4-1 Brewers, 8 strikeouts and 2 walks and 11 1/3 innings on the year for Davis. This is his 16th game pitched. He will face a pinch hitter. It's Ben Gamel to lead things off. Hitting .231, a home run, 3 runs batted in, a .333 on base percentage for Gamel. And that will be the first task for Wade Davis, trying to lower that ERA. 4-1 Brewers here in the 7th. First pitch to Gamel is taken for a strike. Davis into his motion. The windup and the 0-1 pitch is swung on and chopped foul. Quickly 0-2 on the pinch hitter Gamel. Former Seattle Mariner, also former New York Yankee farmhand. The 0-2 pitch from Davis is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. A 3-pitch strikeout to the pinch hitter Gamel from Davis. That's out number 1. Carlos Estevez, the righty, and James Pazos, the lefty. We have double barrel action up in the Rockies bullpen now. Misael Garcia will bat. Leadoff home run in this one. Got the Brewers on the board early, 1-0. First pitch from Davis is swung on and missed.
0-1.
Garcia, good numbers in his career against Davis, 4 for 9. And Garcia started his career playing for the Tigers and White Sox, so got to see Wade Davis in a Royals uniform. Not many hit well against Davis in those days, but Garcia did. There's a pitch low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
Into his motion is Davis. The windup and the 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike, 1-2 now. Davis has been around the plate today, really mixing his pitches well early on. This could be a small step forward for him. 1-2 pitch coming to Garcia's. Strike 3 called. He got him in the inside corner. That's out number 2. Davis strikes out the first 2 batters he faces here in the 7th.
The batter, the third baseman, Brock Holt.
Brock Holt will be the batter. As Davis faces a lefty. First pitch is a check swing and a pitch outside, and he does not go. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Holt holds up. 0 for 2 in this game, though. Holt did draw a walk and scored a run back in the first inning. .1-0 from Davis is going to miss inside. 2-0. Holt was not happy about how far inside that pitch was. Definitely no intent from Davis, though. 2-0 pitch coming. And that's swung on and chopped foul at the plate. Predictable fastball count now for Brock Holt. Utility player getting action at third base today for the Brewers. Brock Holt's 2-1 pitch is swung on and pulled towards first base. Taking it himself is Daniel Murphy. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Wade Davis. 7th inning stretch time. Corey Shembry will take us to the break and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." 4-1 Brewers.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Your attention, please.
Brent Suter, new pitcher for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 7th. 18 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts, 3 walks. He's given up quite a few hits. That's why his .550 ERA is where it's at. 3.27 average to lefties, 2.96 to righties. Daniel Murphy will lead things off. He got the scoring started in the 5th. He got on base with a double, and then Elias Diaz drove him home with a triple. 309 on the year with a couple home runs for Murphy. So we'll try to get something going one more time here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner. And swung on and grounded towards third. Holt there to make the play. He throws to first. That's out number 1. Quick out. Daniel Murphy grounds out. Ryan McMahon will be the batter. Drew a walk back in the 2nd inning. Otherwise, he's 0 for 1 today. Third plate appearance, second at bat of the day for McMahon. First pitch, lefty on lefty matchup. That's a strike at the knees, or maybe just a little bit below. McMahon hits lefties very well, so just because you bring in a lefty, you might want to second guess that decision for Ryan if you're doing it for Ryan McMahon's sake. Reverse splits in his career, 0-1 pitch coming. And that's swung on and chopped foul. Quickly 0-2 on McMahon. Very good power numbers to start the year for McMahon, trying to get that batting average up, though. This 0-2 is going to miss low with a breaking ball. Suter into his motion, the windup and the 1-2 pitch to McMahon is taken outside. Here's a 2-2, and high, full count now with Elias Diaz waiting, Ian Desmond, getting ahead of myself. Ian Desmond's waiting on deck. He hits lefties well. And that swung on and ripped in the air towards deep right center field, way back and gone. Home run for Ryan McMahon against a lefty one more time. 7th home run of the year for Ryan McMahon. He's creeping up on Nolan Arenado's team lead of 8. And that's going to make it a 4-2 ball game. As McMahon gets into one, launches it to right center field. Rockies are a run closer. Missile off the bat of McMahon. 108.1 mile per hour exit velocity and 432 feet the estimated distance on that one. Suter knew it as soon as McMahon hit that one. And Ian Desmond will be the batter. Remember, he has hit lefties well in his entire career. First pitch is a strike. Bit of a rough start for the year of Brent Suter, giving up a lot of hits. And we can see why if he gives up a lot of hits like that one to McMahon. The pitch inside, 1 ball and 1 strike on Desmond. That's a strike at or just below the knees. 1-2 the count. And swing and a miss, he got him on strikes. That's out number 2, and that'll leave it up to Elias Diaz, who tripled his last time up.
The catcher, number 35, Diaz.
1 for 2 in the ball game for Diaz. David Phelps is still up in the Brewers bullpen now. Joining him is Josh Hader. First pitch to Diaz, who hits lefties well, is taken down and in. 306 average now on the year for Diaz, really hitting well. A 359 on base percentage. OPS well over the 800 mark for the backup catcher. Not too shabby. Here comes a 1-0, and that swung on and pulled foul. Swung on and lined into center field, a base hit. 2-out single for Elias Diaz. He's got a couple hits in this ball game.
Up next for Colorado, the pitcher,
And the pitcher's spot is due up. I would have to think we'll see a pinch hitter for Wade Davis here as the tying run will come to the plate. It is going to be Chris Owings. 182 on the year, a solid 357 on base percentage, however. He's still looking for his first run batted in of the year, and he will get to face a southpaw. From the stretch, first pitch is going to miss low. Suter in very interesting motion from the stretch. Almost looks like he's going to come at you with a sidearm delivery. This 1-0 now is swung on and missed. Rockies bringing the potential tying run to the plate in Chris Owings, facing the lefty Brent Suter. 1-1 is taken inside. Hitters count now on Owings. Swinging a foul back to the screen. Owings had Suter timed up well right there. Count evens at 2. Into his motion, the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes, and that'll retire the side. Ryan McMahon with a home run. Push the Rockies a little bit closer. We're through 7. It's 4-2 Brewers.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now,
4-2 Brewers. Carlos Estevez will pitch
number 54.
in the 8th. 15 2/3 innings, 22 strikeouts, 5 walks. That's a very good ratio. Giving up a lot of hits to right-handed batters, though. They're hitting 500 against him. A lefty's only hitting 100. This led to that ERA being up over the 4.75 mark for Estevez to start his season. But he has looked very good at times, has still been striking out a lot of batters, even when the contact has been hard at times. There's a swing and a miss by Lorenzo Cain, 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Very late on that one. Ryan McMahon's home run in the bottom of the 7th, bringing the Rockies a run closer. It's a 4-2 ball game. Brewers have the lead in this first game of this homestand. Swing and a miss, quickly 0-2 on Cain, who is not looking comfortable and is at bat against Carlos Estevez. Here's an 0-2 delivery, and that one's going to miss low. Laying off that time is Cain. 35,157 in attendance on a rainy night at Coors Field, though the rain has let up. It's turned into a pleasant evening. 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1. Really uncomfortable at bat there for Cain against Carlos Estevez, who picks up his 23rd strikeout of the season. Christian Yelich will be the batter. Right now it's the righty Tyler Kinley and the lefty James Pazos double barrel action in the Rockies bullpen. First pitch slider is a strike to Yelich. 2 for 3 on the day, home run single, so 2 runs batted in. 371, 451 on base percentage, slugging percentage close to the 890 mark. Just another start to a season we've become accustomed to for Christian Yelich. There's a pitch inside, 98-mile-an-hour fastball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Scores around baseball, we'll look at those here in the 8th. 2-0 Giants lead the Nationals. There's a line drive pulled foul by Yelich. The 1-2 is swung on and chopped. Diving stop by Story, but he will not be able to corral it in time to get Yelich. That'll be an infield single for Christian Yelich with 1 out here in the top of the 8th. And the base runner is aboard. Carlos Estevez and the Rockies bullpen trying to keep the lead where it is. We look back to the 6th inning when Jed Jerko hit a home run. It was off Jake McGee. That made it 4-1 at the time. Estevez from the stretch, his first pitch to Jerko is going to miss inside. The 1-0 is in there for a strike with a slider. Estevez from the set position, brief look over his shoulder towards first base, delivers a 1-1 to Jerko. It's going to miss outside. Now it's a hitter's count on Jed Jerko. Estevez's 2-1 pitch is going to miss in the dirt. That's going to get away from Diaz, and advancing down to second base will be Yelich. He's in scoring position now with 1 out. Jed Jerko the batter. Wild pitch from Estevez. More scores around baseball right now. An update on the Astros-A's game. It's 5-1 Houston. Marcus Semien has homered, his 8th home run of the year, to put the A's on the board. 3-1 pitch coming, and that's swung on and lined towards the gap in right center field. That ball is going to get down and go to the wall. Yelich will score easily. It is an RBI double for Jed Jerko, and now it's 5-2 Brewers. Second double of the season. Second double as a Milwaukee Brewer for Jed Jerko. Eric Sogard will be the batter. First pitch is going to miss low. Final score, Tigers beat the Padres 10-6, so Padres will not be able to gain any ground on the Rockies, even if the Rockies lose today. First pitch to Sogard. Next pitch, I should say, is swung on and fouled out of play towards the seats down the left field line. Dodgers game will be getting started any time now. There's a swing and a line drive pulled foul. 1-2 on Sogard. One-two pitch from Estevez is swung on and lined foul once more. Rockies trailing by 3 runs here in the top of the 8th. 1-2 pitch from Estevez is going to miss in the dirt. That will get away briefly from Diaz, but that one will not advance far enough for the runner Jerko to advance. Not as good of speed as Christian Yelich had. 2-2 delivery coming now. That's going to miss outside. Full count, 99-mile-an-hour fastball misses. Manny Piña's 0 for 3 today, and he's waiting on deck. This 3-2 is swung on and grounded towards first base. Line drive, rather, and Murphy will haul it in. And that's out number 2. Manny Piña, 5 for 19 to start the season. Will face a right-handed pitcher for the first time today. Estevez trying to make sure the lead does not increase past 3 runs for the Brewers. First pitch to Piña is swung on and missed. 98-mile-an-hour fastball by him. Always bringing the heat is Wild Thing Carlos Estevez. This 0-1 is going to miss inside. Slider. 1-1 pitch, swung on and lifted in the air towards left field. This one is deep. Desmond's going back on it. He's at the track, and he will make the catch in front of the wall. But the Brewers, RBI double for Jed Jerko, makes it a 5-2 ball game. He's got a couple runs batted in today. The Yelich and Jerko show today. It's 5-2 Brewers going to the bottom of the 8th. Double switch time, Craig Counsell out. Corey Knebel will be the new pitcher for the Brewers. He's really struggled to start this year. That's not something you normally see. Look at that, 11 walks in 10 1/3 innings. He's blown a couple of saves. This is his 13th game of the year. 10.45 ERA. It's not what the Brewers have been accustomed to seeing from Corey Knebel, but they will hope he can get through this 8th inning. Rockies, however, hoping that the poor numbers will continue. David Dahl 0 for 3 in this game. Rockies trailing by 3 runs here in the bottom of the 8th. There's a pitch inside, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Just struggles with command to start the year for Corey Knebel, returning from his Tommy John surgery. It's going to miss in the dirt, 2-0 now. And a swing and a foul out of play, 2-1 the count. Oh, Dodgers beat the Pirates 5-1, so Dodgers, behind Clayton Kershaw, are going to gain some ground there. Kershaw strikes out 7 over 7 innings pitched. Rockies could use a win in this one. Diamondbacks beat the Reds 6-3 the final. Mike Leake getting the win for the D-backs. There's a line drive pulled foul. So full counts. Nick Ahmed hit his first home run of the season. He was on the injured list when we went to Arizona, but he's back now and hitting dingers, I guess. 5-2 Mets beat the Braves. That's a final now. As Dahl lines one foul. Jacob deGrom gets the win. Mike Foltynewicz the loss for Atlanta. deGrom striking out 8 over 7 innings of work. There's a swing and a miss. Striking out Dahl is Knebel. That's out number 1. 6-3 right now. St. Louis leads Miami in their ball game. Yadier Molina has hit a home run. Charlie Blackmon 0 for 3 in this ball game. First pitch is going to miss just a little bit low with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. One-0 pitch coming, and that's going to miss high and away. 2-0. 5-2 Brewers here in the bottom of the 8th. Two-0 pitch coming to Blackmon is going to miss inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Blue Jays beat the Orioles 7-6 today. Hyunjin Ryu got the win, and Asher Wojciechowski got the loss for Baltimore. Teoscar Hernandez hit his first home run of the season for Toronto, and Jose Iglesias hit his first home run as an Oriole. Cleveland beat the Yankees 5-2. Carlos Carrasco moves up to 3-0 on the year. Luis Severino is down to 3-2 with a loss. Blackmon takes a strike and the count goes full. Aaron Hicks hit his 3rd home run of the season for the New York Yankees. Rays beat the Royals 6-0. Charlie Morton gets his 4th win of the year. Heath Fillmyer the loss as Blackmon swings and misses, and while we saw those numbers coming in were really rough for Knebel, he has looked like the Knebel as of old right here. Striking out Dahl and Blackmon swinging to start this one off. Trevor Story will be the batter. And he takes first pitch fastball strike on the inside corner. 0 for 3 in this ballgame is Story, on base percentage of .324, slugging .426. 2-1 right now. Rangers lead the Mariners. Joey Gallo hit his 3rd home run. Red Sox lead the Twins 9-3 in the 8th. There's a line drive, diving catch by Avisail Garcia. What an end to that inning. Rockies still trail by 3. We're through 8. 5-2 Brewers. Tyler Kinley, new pitcher here in the top of the 9th inning. 5-2 Brewers. 16 strikeouts and 3 walks in 12 1/3 innings has led to a 2.19 ERA for Kinley. This is his 12th game of the year. Orlando Arcia will be the batter, 0 for 3 in this game. Mentioned Orlando's brother Oswaldo. Now with the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. They're not the Ham Fighters, they're the Nippon Ham Fighters. Over in the NPB. Japanese baseball. 1-0 pitch will be coming from Kinley. Here it is. Swung on and missed. 98-mile-an-hour fastball by him. Must see Kinley. We haven't got to see him a whole lot lately. The 1-1 is swung on and fouled off. And this 1-2 offering is taken just a bit inside, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Arenado, Murphy, and McMahon will be due up in the bottom of the ninth. There's a swing and a slash foul. Kinley holds that glove above his head, then brings it down by the time he's ready for his windup. The 2-2 pitch is outside, full count. Keston Hiura is waiting on deck. He was part of that double switch. (3-2) coming, and that's inside, ball four. Leadoff walk to Arcia from Kinley here in the top of the ninth. 5-2 Brewers. Rockies could certainly stand to keep them off the board. Hiura getting his first plate appearance of the day. .233 average, a .327 on base percentage. He's on a 4-game hitting streak. 4 home runs, 17 runs batted in. First pitch from Kinley is just going to miss outside, not sure where. I guess outside, I said, so we'll go with that. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mentioned the Dodgers winning today, Padres losing, and Rockies in line for the loss unless they can come back in the bottom of the ninth. So Dodgers and Rockies would be tied for first place in the NL West. There's a line drive foul and out of play. The Padres falling to a 1.5 games out. One-two pitch from Kinley to Hiura is high and tight with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Must see Kinley strikes out his first batter of the day. 1 down here in the ninth. Misael Garcia will be the batter. 1 for 4. Hit that home run to lead off the ball game. Made it 1-0 Brewers back in the first inning off Kyle Freeland. Now it is 5-2 Milwaukee. First pitch from Kinley is swung on and missed. Slider by him. Flailing at that one was Garcia. He is quickly down 0-2 after that swing and miss. Kinley trying to make quick work of Avisail Garcia. The 0-2 offering on its way and inside and hit him. That's going to put a couple men on now for Milwaukee. Kinley lost his command on that pitch. Was down 0-2 as Garcia got some swings and misses on the first 2 pitches, so that's not a good result there. Brock Holt 0 for 3 in this game, does have a walk on the day. Could use a double play here, could Tyler Kinley. Takes a look at second base where Arcia is. Checks it twice and delivers. Swung on and line towards left field. Coming in on this one is Desmond. He'll make the catch for out number 2. They'll fire it back to first base, trying to get a double play, but no one biting there. Trying to catch that runner, Garcia, napping at first base. Typically would throw it into second. Lorenzo Cain, the batter. 2 on, 2 out. First pitch from Kinley is taken for a strike on the inside corner. Cain off to a solid start with runners in scoring position, batting .320 on the year. And that one's going to miss low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rockies trying to keep this a 5-2 ball game and then try to get some runs across in the bottom of the ninth. There's a strike, 1-2 on Cain.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Will Cain be able There's a 1-2, and that's swung on and grounded towards short. Story flips to second base, and that'll retire the side. Let's see, Kinley works out of trouble. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Rockies trailing this game by 3 runs. It'll be Arenado, Murphy, and McMahon due up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Josh Hader will be in to close things out. Has struggled a bit to start the year. 10 2/3 innings, 9 walks, 8 strikeouts. Hasn't given up many hits, but the command has been off at times. A 4.22 ERA. We're used to seeing that ERA in the 2s for Josh Hader. Nolan Arenado 0 for 3 in this ball game. He's starting to slump a little bit at the plate. I mean, obviously 337, 400 slugging, 400 on base, 600 slugging. Not too much to be upset about. But Arenado was just hitting 370 a few games ago. First pitch from Hader was inside. Rockies will try to get something going against him, and Arenado launches one to deep right center field, and that ball is gone. A blast off the bat of Nolan Arenado to the deepest part of the ballpark. And there was little doubt about it. It's a 5-3 ball game. Arenado greets Hader with a run here in the bottom of the ninth, as Rockies now trail just by 2. Arenado making sure McMahon doesn't creep up too close to his team home run lead. Take a look at this one again. Hader knew it as soon as it was gone, and again, that was the deepest part of the ballpark in right center field. So a mammoth blast off the bat of Arenado. Daniel Murphy will bat now. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. And the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Murphy 1 for 3 in this game, doubled and scored a run on a triple off the bat of Elias Diaz. 845 OPS on the year for Murphy now. That's, man, strike called. The outer, I don't even think that caught the corner. It's 0-2 on Murphy. Hader doesn't need your help. Here's an 0-2 pitch. That's low and away with a breaking ball, 1-2 the count. Pitch inside, count evens at 2. Rockies trying to maintain sole possession of first place. If they lose today, they will be accompanied by the Dodgers, while the Padres lost. They'll move to a 1.5 game back. Murphy swings and misses, chases one off the plate. Though to be fair, some of the calls early in the at-bat indicated that can't be too careful about those pitches off the plate. 1 out now. Ryan McMahon will be the batter. He homered his last time up. Also has a walk in this ball game. Otherwise, he's 1 for 3. First pitch is swung on and lifted in the air towards center field. Going back on this one is Kane. He's at the track. He's looking up, and that ball is gone. Second home run of the day for Ryan McMahon. Second home run of the inning for the Rockies. That's the 8th home run this year for Ryan McMahon. And now the Rockies are within just a run. 2 big flies to right center field and then to center field for the Rockies. We've got ourselves a 1-run ball game in the bottom of the ninth. Couple of lefties, home runs for McMahon. 439 feet off the bat, 104.4 mile-per-hour exit velocity. Kane ran out of room, and we're going to have a pitching change. David Phelps will come in as Craig Counsell obviously feels he might have seen this story before from Josh Hader this year. 7 2/3 innings, 9 strikeouts and a walk. 214 average against both righties and lefties for Phelps. 3.52 ERA. This is his 9th game. He's converted 1 save and 1 opportunity, and he will get another chance here. Ian Desmond will be the batter. 1-run ball game. Pitch high. Arenado and McMahon both hitting homers off Josh Hader in the bottom of the ninth. Desmond 0 for 3 in this ball game. There's a pitch inside, 2-0 now. Swing and a miss. Desmond trying to launch, but that fastball up in the zone was too high for him to catch up to it. 2-1 the count. And a swing and a chop foul. Count evens at 2. 2-2 pitch coming to Desmond is taken low, and the count is full. Elias Diaz waiting on deck. He's had a couple hits today, including a triple. He had his batting average up to .324. 3-2 pitch to Desmond is swung on and fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again. One more time, a 3-2 pitch from Phelps is swung on and fouled out of play. Desmond not going away quietly. This will be at least an 8-pitch at bat from Phelps. One more time, a 3-2 coming, and it's swung on and slashed foul towards the seats. This will be at least a 9-pitch at bat to Desmond with 1 out. Rockies down by a run after a couple home runs. Arenado and McMahon here in the bottom of the 9th. A 3-2 is swung on and fouled out of play. At least a 10-pitch plate appearance for Ian Desmond, making Phelps work. Here comes another 3-2, and that's swung on and hit towards third base. Up with the ball is Holt, throws to first, and that is out number 2. Rockies down to their final out. That'll leave it up to Elias Diaz. Diaz 2 for 3, triple, single RBI. Ray Black is up in the bullpen for the Brewers in case Phelps runs into some trouble. We have a pinch hitter next. Hampson, Owings, and Tony Wolters. Rather, Hampson, Hilliard, and Wolters are on the bench for the Rockies. Pitching side, there's Ray Black. Rockies down to their final out, but have scored a couple runs here in the bottom of the 9th. Home runs for Nolan Arenado and Ryan McMahon off Josh Hader. Make this a 1-run ball game. 1-0 pitch coming to Diaz is swung on and missed. 95-mile-an-hour fastball by him. Here comes a 1-1. Check swinging a pitch outside, and holding up is Diaz. Hitters count for him now. The 2-1 is swung on and lifted in the air, not deep to left. Coming in is Garcia. He will make the catch, and that's the ball game. Rockies offense makes some noise in the bottom of the 9th. Nolan Arenado and Ryan McMahon get home runs off Josh Hader, but your final score today, Milwaukee Brewers 5, Colorado Rockies 4. Rockies now tied for first with the Dodgers as the Padres, losing today, fall to a 1.5 out. Rockies made it a close one there in the bottom of the 9th, but to no avail. Your winning pitcher, Corbin Burness, he's 1-0. Freeland gets the loss, he's 1-1, and David Phelps picks up his second save of the year. 5-4 Brewers, your final. 8 hits for Milwaukee, 6 for the Rockies. Brewers also have an error. Player of the game is going to be Jed Jerko, gets 3 hits and 2 RBI, home run and a double. Christian Yelich goes 3 for 4 with a home run. 2 RBI and 2 runs scored. Avisail Garcia led off this ball game with a home run. Eric Sogard goes 1 for 4. Corbin Burness in the win, 1 1/3 innings pitched. Kyle Freeland goes 5 innings, gives up 3 runs, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 4 hits, 2 walks and a strikeout in the loss. David Phelps with a save, just goes 2/3 of an inning. Highlights on offense for the Rockies. Nolan Arenado goes 1 for 4 with that home run in the bottom of the 9th. Elias Diaz 2 for 4 with an RBI triple. Daniel Murphy goes 1 for 4 with a double. And Ryan McMahon 2 for 3 with a couple home runs in this ball game, both off lefties. Well, thank you for tuning in. Rockies will try to get right back at it and score some more runs tomorrow. Your final score today, 5-4 Brewers.